I'm just on mute, by the way. It's not that I'm quiet, I'm on mute while I just finish this ice cream, because I didn't want to hear you slurping and stuff like that. So if anybody comes in the room and says they can't hear it, just type in that I'm just on mute for 5 minutes. Evening, Daniel. Right, apologies. As I said, I was muting because I was eating ice cream. What would I say is the best looking 4K game on the PS4? Oh, it's hard to pinpoint just one. The ones that stand out are Uncharted, Tomb Raider, Horizon Dawn, obviously. Gran Turismo looked a bit stunning. I'll tell you one that does look really exceptionally good is Elder Scrolls Online, because that's been given the full treatment. But yeah, Uncharted's hard push to be beat. I've not looked at Last of Us yet, but that's a kind of patched thing. I think also as we move forward, as we get games that are developed newer, I think they're better. You're getting a 4K TV. Well, I would say definitely get Uncharted. Grab Tomb Raider. But if you're looking for a game that you've probably played, or new games probably, I'd look at getting Horizon Dawn without a shadow of a doubt. I've actually just got this evening. I was planning to stream it tonight, but I want to play it on my own first because I want to get into the controls. But I've been waiting for it for a while, you guys know, and amazingly, finally, the sales have been changed in the PSN store today or yesterday, and MLB Baseball is down to $19.99. As soon as Ricky told me this afternoon, I was on it like 1-0. Now, MLB Baseball, Daniel, is one of the best looking games on any system. Probably won't be your cup of tea. Probably don't understand it if you're British, but it's a stunning game to look at. Now, I will stream that at some point in the next few days. The reason this is on, this is one of my favourite games ever. I've finished it before, a long time ago. But as I was looking through the store, one, to see what offers have come on, and there's quite a few good ones. And I saw this is about £2.75. Now, there may be somebody in the stream tonight that's never ever seen this game. And I fancied just starting it again and showing you guys something different, something new. Now on the front of my PlayStation tonight, I've got quite a few new games. Some reviews I can't play yet, so I'll just reel off what I've got today. MLB The Show's waiting. Chess Ultra, I've been sent that. I think that can be played in VR as well. And one I can't talk about yet is Toby's Secret Mine. And SteamWorld Dig is obviously the latest one as well. That it isn't new, but it's one that I've downloaded today. So I can't tell you about Hitman because I'm not a keen fan of it. BioShock isn't obviously a brand new 4K game. This game is fantastic, and at £2.75 you should actually go and buy it without even seeing what the gameplay is like. But I'll start it in about 5 minutes time when I've just had a minute. By the way, I can't play any more Next Machina. It's fucked my thumb up. It's completely fucked my thumb up. I've got a massive lump in the middle of this thumb that is so sore. It's a cross between a blister and a bruise, and it's made like a lump in the middle of my thumb. And it is so painful, I cannot tell you. And obviously with playing that stupid game, it's pushing on the stick too hard. And it's really made a mess of my thumb. And I'm worried about playing any more games, actually, because I cannot... It kills, honestly. And it's not being a wuss either. It is in fucking really a lot of pain. And I actually... I was going to start streaming it around 7:30, 8 o'clock, but I started watching the cricket. First 2020 international against South Africa down in Southampton tonight. And England have just pissed it. I actually nodded off for about 3/4 an hour to an hour. It's just so warm in this flat at the minute. It's fucking ridiculous. And one, when I woke up, I didn't feel too clever, as you never do when you nod off. 2, it was about 8:30. 3, I watched the end of the cricket, and it was like so hot, and I was very close not to bothering tonight. But then I thought to myself, what am I going to do for the rest of the evening? Don't feel like watching any TV, so I thought to myself, I'm going to play some games probably. So I thought, fuck it, I might as well stream, hadn't I? So. But it's that bad in here. I've actually just been on Amazon to look about buying a second fan. That's how bad it is. But you can't find any. Yeah, I've finished this, John. It's just I'm replaying it because it's really cheap in the store. I want to maybe show some guys that's never played it. And at £2.75, it's a fucking steal, to be fair. I haven't played it for a long time. As I said, I have finished it. This is cross-play on the Vita as well. Because I think I remember actually cross-playing to finish it at the time. I think I actually finished this way back when I was still married in the other house, because I can remember playing it on the Vita when the missus had the TV, and then I went back on here when they'd gone to bed. So that's how long ago it is. But I'm going to start a fresh game. SteamWorld Heist isn't as good. In fact, I was very let down by that game. Very let down, because I don't like that style of gameplay. But I also, don't forget, there's number 2. Yeah, you're not on your own, John. A lot of people have been mentioning it to me that they've not felt like gaming, and you don't. Yeah, SteamWorld Dig 2's on the Switch soon. I should be buying that day one, without a doubt. Yeah, don't, John, if you're actually expecting SteamWorld Heist to be like this, it's not. Fucking completely not. In fact, if you was to sit in this room and say, I'm thinking of buying SteamWorld Heist because you like this, I would actually say, no, don't buy it. I will be getting a review of Necromancer very, very quickly. I got in touch with my man at Blizzard, and I've got a very good relationship with the people at Blizzard, and I think I'm going to be getting that early. It's nothing to do with this, mate. Honestly, it's got fuck all to do with this. The gameplay is completely different. It's like a turn-based shooting mechanic, and it's didn't like it. So I really do hope you have not bought this, bought the second or the Steam World Heist on the premise that you wanted it to be like this, because it ain't. Anyway, shall we crack on? It's that long since I've played this. I'm probably going to be rusty as hell at the start, but we are going to start one. I think I might just wipe the second one just so we start completely from scratch. Ah, right, okay, that's fine then. If you knew what you were buying, that's fine. Here we go. I've turned the music off on this as well, so, and that's a shame because the music's pretty cool. In fact, why aren't we getting sound again? Unless I have, let me just, I think I might need to turn some sounds back on because it's shit like that. I think these head... Oh no, we're back. We've got sound. So anyway, here we go. So the big thing is looking at the map at the top as well. There's already a chef in the house, Alan, and it's me. Alexa, bedroom 50%. Okay. No, it's because the screen's gone dark. You get most of my light from the TV. Diddle-a-doo, we have a pickaxe. Cool. God, I bet it's obviously going to explain. Right, here we are, look. Because now I obviously can't get out of here because I fell down. We dig. This game is fantastic, Craig. If you haven't played this, it's £2.75 in the sale at the minute in the store. And I knew if I played this tonight, because I've already finished it about 2 years ago. I knew if I played this, I know a lot of people had gone buy it, because it's just a classic game. And I just fancied playing something nice and steady. If you look at the map in the top corner, that's what's the most important thing to look at. Yeah, I've bought MLB. MLB's gone down to 19.99. I was going to stream that tonight, but I'm not because I want to lay in it first. But MLB baseball's gone down to 19.99. I've been waiting for that for ages. Now you see it's telling me to get out. Now I've probably... That's it. You need to do a wall jump. I remember now. The whole thing about this game, if you don't know, is you head back to this town and the game becomes, and things like this, you upgrade shit, and honestly it's so cool. Well, let me just play it and you'll see, won't you? So what you actually do, you go and dig for ore and dig for items and secrets and then bring it back to town, sell it and buy upgrades, but it gets really cool. And there's obviously things going to try and kill you later. I forget how good this was, and actually it makes me feel can't wait for the second one on the Switch, because I need something to play on the Switch. I actually got that out last night while watching the telly. Got the Switch out. It wanted to upgrade. It wanted to update the firmware, which it did. His name's Cranky. Yay! And then I thought, oh, I'll have a game of something. And I literally switched it on and sat there and thought, fucking hell, there's nothing to play. I didn't feel like playing anything. So I literally put it back in its cradle and that right. Do 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 do. Have I changed my mind about the X? No, not at the minute. There's nothing to play on it, mate. Like I've basically just said, you've just heard me mention the Switch. I paid 280 quid for that, and it's sitting there doing absolutely fuck all but gathering dust. So, for me, you see, that's taught me a lesson. There's no standout games, and everybody is saying the same thing. There's no standout games to warrant spending 450 quid on it. Simple as that. When games, you see, I'm not gonna do what I did with the Switch, because games are now starting to come out in the next month on the Switch. And basically, then I'll play games like Mario's coming out in August. Right, so you see, we're getting stuff, we're finding stuff. You see. You see, once your bag's full at the bottom as well, I think you have to go back. But when I meant by boiled onions, I mean, obviously everybody knows about you fry onions, obviously, to get nice crispy onions. When I'm making hot dogs just for a sheer fuck it tea, like I do today, occasionally, I just put them, what you do is slice them up, put them in a dish, put them in the microwave for about 8 minutes, and just keep turning them round, giving them a bit of a stir. So they're classed as boiled onions, but they're basically the same things that you get in mostly in your hot dog vans. Now you see, you can't do that because I think we need to upgrade. But there's nothing I can do to get that because I can't go back up. Oh God, slow down, people. But I just don't like the way they've gone with their game. As I love the original Halos, but past 4. Gears got me after the rest, and I can now grab on my Pro. I've got more games now for my PlayStation than the Xbox, and I've only had it for a... Yeah, mate, and I'm not. I'm not trying to start any fanboy wars, but you guys know me, or you guys that really know me, not the idiots that say you're a fanboy now and again. I want to play the best games. I've said that a million times, and I do. But yeah, I just think Xbox is really lacking in, and it's not. I'm not saying it in generalisation either. I'm saying it from me as my gaming point of view, because don't forget, guys, I used to be just as a bigger fan of Xbox. The 360 was my main console, and I never touched. Right, you see now my bag's nearly full. You see at the bottom. So what I'll probably do now, because my health's nearly done, I'll go back to the store, you see. And now you'll see what the gist of the games kind of get. As for my onions for my steak, mate, what I do when I do my steak, I put it in foil, I put onions and mushrooms in and cook it for about 3 hours. And you see he's going to upgrade my pickaxe. You see, it's ungraded. It's unlocked the sharp pickaxe. So I now go to Mister because I've got $8, and I can now buy my upgraded sharp pickaxe. Look, so you buy it. Yep, you're upgraded. So it's all about getting money to get shit. Now also you get ladders like you buy. Well, I'll tell you what. Let me just keep playing. But yeah, basically, there just isn't anything for me to play on the Xbox at the minute. And kind of when I got rid of my Xbox One, yes, I had a dodgy, faulty one because of the player on it, and I was into my movies. But the point is, you see, I wanted to. I was literally not playing the console. Now, prior to that time, I literally would have easily just had that console replaced. In fact, I'd have actually asked for a replacement instead of... Just wondering how we get arts, by the way, before I die. I'm trying to think. I can't think. Have you noticed how fast you dig now, look? Because you've got the sharpened stick. Not the stick, the sharpened... you really do take the piss now. One of my favourite sandwiches is sausage and egg. Love that. Oh, you robbing bastard. So obviously, as you see, what you need to look for is look at your map, because your map's the most important thing, because it always tells you where you've got to go. But don't forget you need to pick loot up to make money. You're not wrong, mate, and I'm glad somebody else has actually, you know, I'm actually, and it's, oh, by the way, look, if you on my gold ore at the bottom, I've got no more room, so it just sits there. This is where it gets like Boulder Dashified. You remember Boulder Dash? Hi, Liam. Oh shit! Shit! Can't remember. Can we just run across this? I'm trying to wonder what them flames are in my top right hand corner. Shit. At least it's telling me to go down, I guess. Speed boots. No, my dad didn't either, Craig. Not at all. I have ate a pigeon before and it was the most foulest thing I'd ever fucking tasted in my life. And I actually fucking... I'll never forget that day. It was a friend who was a bit of a crazy fucking bloke at the time. He was a bit of a poacher and all that kind of shit. Used to just go in the fields and fucking... like buy his... like get rabbits, kill rabbits and bring all sorts of shit. And one day I went to his flat. He said, "Oh, I've got some... fresh pigeon if you want some, Toz." And I went, "Nah, I'm alright, mate." He says, "No, honestly," he says, "I'll only throw it away." And it just looked like solid red fucking thing. And I took it home to my flat when I lived on my own. Cooked it in the oven, how he told me, and I'm not joking, it smelt vile. And I think I had the tiniest taste ever. Fucking awful. Right then, plus 2 grand damage, steadier than what you've got. Practical things to keep on you. You can stack them on top to get out of tricky situations. Give me a pickup, restore you to full health. Well, I'm okay for health. Plus 2 grand damage. Do I spend... how much gold have I got? Where's my gold? Well, I think I've got to go and sell first, haven't I? Yeah, I've not sold. You sell stuff to her. That one I said that I think's dead is dead. It's literally not moved for 4 days at all. I've actually had to do a complete... you know how you do like a partial water change on your tank? You had to do a partial water tank every couple of... you're supposed to do it every week or so. And about every month you're supposed to do like a proper one, like a 3/4 one. Well, I actually decided to do a proper 3/4 one and give my tank a good clean out. And I've literally like took the plants out, took everything out, took the plants out, took the rocks out, put them in a bowl, cleaned them, took half the water out, get it a good clean. Changed one of my filters to a brand new filter, so I did the whole job. It looks really way better now. But I think I'm actually going to buy about 3 or 4 more snails, because the 2 that are in there now, yes, they're doing a decent job, but they're just fucking not moving about enough. And it's literally not doing it. In fact, there's a piece at the back of the tank where the snails finally decided to go on the bottom of the sand. And there's like a little tiny circle where the sand is fucking spotless. And I'm thinking to myself, well, if you got off your arse and did all the tank, I wouldn't have to do anything. But they're not. But I am pleased to say as well, my shrimps are really active at the minute as well. They're kind of settling down. They're going all over the tank. So I think I might buy another 3 or 4 snails. because I think they will keep on top of it. So yeah, I think I'll buy some more of them. So I've only got 24 gold, so I might as well buy some ladders just to be safe. In case I get stuck. Right, I've got to go right to the bottom. They cost $4.99 for 3. Yeah, dirt cheap. These snails are very clever, Craig, because you actually, as a tank owner, you should never have snails in your tank because they breed like wano, and they will overrun your tank and literally kill it. But the clever thing about zebra snails is you may find eggs in your tank because they may breed, they may lay eggs in the tank. But guess what? Nature has a weird, funny, fantastic way of working, and you know what? These eggs don't hatch unless they're in salt water. Shit! That's not concentrating. Yeah, very cleverly, they will lay eggs. But they'll only hatch if they're in salt water. So how clever's that? You did see there why, by the way, the first death was the point of, like I was saying about the old-fashioned Boulder Dash game. You have to use your brains a bit and be careful where you're digging. Because you can make a stupid error like I've just made. But you also can go back and pick all your stuff up that you dropped as well. Yep, nature has a very, very clever way of working things out, mate. And that's why zebra snails are actually recommended. Yeah, they're on eBay, believe it or not. I mean, transporting snails through mail is nothing like fish, obviously. Snails are snails. They get eaten, they get transported all around the world. Just look on eBay and type zebra snails in, mate, and you literally get like... some firms are selling them like... you can get 10 for about £8. But make sure when you first get them, you have to acclimate them just as much. I'll tell you what I'd recommend doing. If you get some, get an old plastic Tupperware. I mean, don't read the instructions because it's utter bollocks. They'll have you dripping water in for a fucking month. When you get the snails, open the box, get a Tupperware pot or something like that. And basically put your snails out the bag that they come in into your Tupperware pot, and then just every half an hour pour a couple of glasses of water from your tank into the snails and just leave them for 20 minutes. Then do it again for another half an hour, and just keep doing that. And then after about 40 minutes, 45 minutes, just drop them in your tank. But what you want to do when you put them in your tank, make sure that they lay flat. They've not been put upside down, because you will kill them. Yeah, I mean you do that with fish if you do it that way. There's a number of ways you can do it with fish. I'm struggling here. I'd recommend getting the shrimps as well, mate. Red copper shrimps. They're on there as well. They are dirt cheap as well. And they do a very similar job, but they're actually a nice thing to have in your tanks. They're very different. And they'll live with most fish. They won't be a problem. And like I say, they're a bit temperamental. Like they'll go very quiet. Like when you first put them in, they'll go to like dark, deep places and shit. Where do I get a light from? I can't remember. Yeah, I thought they were spikes, so we're just testing it. This is not the thing to do in this game. I'll tell you now. Digging straight down is not a wise thing to do. Yeah, I think if you go and look at them, I think they're called red copper shrimps, I think, and they're really nice to look at. They're beautiful now they've come out. No, I've not been out today, mate. Any audiobooks? If you're on Audible, Para, I'd highly recommend getting the Sherlock Holmes Stephen Fry one if you're on Audible with the credits. The value of that's immense. Stephen Fry's a genius. Stephen Fry's just one of the best narrators ever. And it's Sherlock Holmes. And it's just short stories. And it's fucking brilliant, honestly. It makes... In fact, I need to go back to that, actually. That's a bummer. Trying to think what that fucking torch is in the top left-hand corner. Like the fire in my top right-hand corner. Oh, you fuck. I knew there was some shit like this, by the way. I can remember that. There's loads of things I can't remember about this game, but it's fucking awesome. I know it might seem slow right now, but it really fucking is awesome, because the more shit you collect, it gets way better. Don't forget, as with any game, in the first hour or so, it's teaching you. And you'll just see, see, I can get a light now, you see? Plus you can get a bigger bag, but I want a lamp. Why is it... You can mark a spot you want to keep bright with these placeable lamps. Should have bought the fucking medium patches before I spent that. But anyway, we will digress. We will move on. Now the clever thing, look, you can either go straight down the map at the top, or you can go back to this point that you left earlier. Clever game. Clever fucking game, is it not? And now, because I've got a lamp, I think it's a lot brighter. But don't forget, you're always heading towards the red spot on the map. Shouldn't have done that. Twat. Yep, didn't think I should have done that, fucker. I'd be no good on there, honestly. I would be no good. Evening, guys. Sorry to miss your chat. I'm well deep into this again. Yeah, I'd be no good on there. And I'm too old to go back to college and learn to cook. I'm 50 fucking one. No thanks. I just enjoy cooking for myself when I used to enjoy cooking for my family. No, but it was something I was going to have a look at, Simon, I must admit. I've seen it in my PR emails today. By the way, to answer a question here, I think somebody mentioned the Necromancer. I'm getting the review of that very, very soon. Probably a few days early. And I will check, see if I can fucking stream it before I do, if you remember the last fiasco. Yeah, I was looking at that. I didn't realise what it was, and I think I've played it. I'm pretty certain I've played Pillars of Eternity, but I saw all the videos today. It was quite interesting, I must admit. Yeah, just rang a bell, Pillars of Eternity. I couldn't remember if I'd played it, but I'm pretty certain I have. Just a PC game, weren't it, if I'm not mistaken? It gets way better, mate. If you've and can I just say for people in the room as well, if you don't know, I'm playing this for nostalgic. I have finished it, but it's £2.70 in the sale in the PSN store, guys. And I'm telling you now, it's a crime if you don't go and buy it. Oh, you mean? Yeah, I have played it. I know I have. As soon as I saw it, the name rang a bell. Oh, this is a secret room. I remember now. These stupid fucking rooms. Shit. How the fuck do I get through this? I don't think I can get through this room yet. I think you get another special power where you can fire a weapon. By the way, I still have not figured out what that fire flame is in the top right hand corner yet. I can't remember what it was. Me? No, I didn't, Simon, because I've just not played enough of the original game, mate. My highest level character's only about 12, so it didn't warrant me paying silly money for that. That's making a big noise down there, isn't it? Any luck getting your leg over on Tinder? Straight to the point, Mr. Freeze, as usual. Blunt. Now, I hardly go on it, mate, to be fair. I do believe that I'm getting to rooms that are no fucking use to me yet. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, with Tinder and stuff, you do actually figure out very... You don't have to be a fucking rocket scientist to figure out that like some fucking 20-year-old woman called fucking Natasha from Russia. Do you know what I mean? When it comes back and says she's interested in you, well, yeah, okay. Because I get 28-year-old fucking Russian women wanting to get together every day of the week. Oh, shit. I think I need to upgrade this pickaxe. Is what I need to do. Oh shit. Oh shit. Fuck. Fuck me. Well, I think that fire is I know what that fire is. The fire is how much illumination that you give off. Oh, you stupid prick. The thing about ESO, Simon, I say it every time. Me and Ricky pick it up every now and again. I say it every time. Every time you play it, you just sit there and think, fucking hell, this is fantastic. Do you know what I mean? I didn't watch Angry Joe. I mean, I don't watch Angry Joe. I don't rate him that highly, to be fair. I think it's just a very niche market, Angry Joe is. I think I'm in this room way too early than I need to be. Come on, you twat. Where is the fucking third one? We're not going to make me go and get my iPad. Because I ain't in the mood. See, I think it's... No, I'm fucked. Yeah, I've just seen that, Ian. You see, it's above me there, but how the fuck do I get there? I don't know. See, it's right above my head up there. No, I don't think there's anything we can do here. I really don't. fact, I know there isn't. Because there's no way up here. Yeah, I never remember to say go and click. Yeah, don't forget to click the like button, guys. I always say it too late. I think that's a dead end, surely. Is it? Yeah, you could be able to. I'm just going to try this first, Alexandra, I think. I'm just going to try that gap at the top. Although I think it's a dead end. Yep. It's there where we have to go, look. You can see the blue light, but you might be right. I think I need to go back. It's dead hard to get him to stand on one fucking block. Oh, you bastard. Looks like I might as well go this fucking way. Ah, you can't, you see, because it's a catch-22. Because we can't get because of this fucking door. Fuck. So it looks like we might have to give this up as a bad job, I think, because this isn't his main task, I don't think. Plus I could do with getting back to town, to be fair. Yeah, Ricky told me that today. I've got to say it didn't interest me that a great deal. You fucker. Ho-ho! Well, there's a fucking bonus, but it won't be a bonus if I fucking die, will it? Fucking get in there, boy. Get the fuck in there. Oh, we have a fucking drill. I knew there was a fucking reason. Right, I'm going to pause that a minute and have a minute, guys. I love this game. Ah, so you have got self-destruct if you fucking die then. So you do get... Ah, the drill... Yeah. Don't forget number 2's coming out on the Switch soon, which will be a day one purchase. It will. It's all sweaty and horrible in this fucking flat. I'm wet through. Oh, I'm tired as well. This heat's fucking horrible, innit? And those Brits moan and piss and moan about the weather all the time, but this, I just fucking hate this weather. I really do. I don't mind it being pleasant, but when it's fucking stifling, like you know you're going to go to bed and you're just not going to sleep, it just fucking drives you balmy. Like, ooh, really mad. Right, how do we use the fucking drill? Oh, fuck yes. Well, you can't use the fucker on there, that's for sure. It runs on water as well, if you haven't noticed. But fuck yes, come on. Yeah, to be honest, it's not been that fucking good here today, all day. We've not seen hardly any sunshine at all. Like, virtually no sunshine. I'm gonna need some fucking water as well. Fuck me. What's the cog? The cog. What cog? Have I missed something, Alexandra? I probably have. The cogs, I think, just either give you hearts or water. Oh, you little bastard. Yay! Yes, it broke a record, didn't it? I read it on the Tinterwebs. Apparently, at Heathrow Airport, it was 33.6, which equals the greatest temperature we've had, and it was yeah, it beat the 1976 heat wave, didn't it? Basically. Yay! Yeah, I mean, we had about half an hour to an hour's sun around tea time here, and that's just like made tonight just terrible again. Does anybody know what if the weather's due to fucking break soon? Because I just want it to piss off. I do. I can't wait for it to drop down. Coal lantern. 1976. You see, in them times, Carl, 76, we used to... You might have heard me say it on the show many times. It makes me sound old, but it's true. I remember as a kid, like, summer used to be summer. You could set your watch by it. Like, June, summer started. End of August, fucking summer finished. September started getting cooler. October started getting a lot cooler. Then we got autumn. Then we got winter. But the thing is, when you had summer, you had fucking 30-degree heat for like 6 weeks. And then winter, it snowed like fuck. Like sick. I have been in my town where I used to live, and we used to have like 4 feet of snow. It was like fucking crazy. But you could set your clock by it. The seasons were proper seasons. Now it fucking ain't. Seasons are all to bollocks. Do I buy a better axe, or do I buy... If we upgrade the furnace to being coal instead of wood, it will shine a bit longer. Fuck. I remember that you fucking... Same with any game like this, you have to think, don't you? Well, then ladders were a waste of fucking money, weren't they? Alexander, this game reminds me of one I played on the Commodore 64. Do you mean Boulder Dash? It's very reminiscent of Boulder Dash. Thank fuck for that. I'm glad I didn't buy that extra fan then tonight. What do I buy? Do I buy the extra axe in case I run out of water? Or do I buy the lantern for a bit of light? Fuck. Fuck it. Fuck it, fuck it, fuck it. And I could do with a bit of arts as well, so... Let's bang on. So explore the old world. Where's it telling me to go? Back down the pipe. Woohoo! Have you noticed on the map we're getting deeper and deeper and deeper? $22 in Derby tomorrow. Fuck me. That's not bad, actually. That's acceptable. The thing is, though, I'll tell you what I'm finding. It's like the fucking room won't cool down. That's the point. Can't get the room to cool down. Like, we'd need, like, 2 or 3 days of cool weather. I'll tell you... And yeah, I'll tell you something. Something happened today, by the way. That you just, it's just one of them things that hits home that you know the weather is fucking stupid. My bottle of milk this morning when I poured it in my coffee had gone off, and it was in date by 2 days, and it had been in the fridge, and it had actually fucking gone off. Tell you, I've said that saying on the podcast many times, guys. My old man used to say it to me. He used to fucking hate the summer. And he used to say to me, Jew, I hate summers because you can't... He says, in winter, you can turn the fire up, but you can't turn the sunshine down. And I've always remembered that and stuck by it, and it's fucking true. Cameron, any golf bets this week? Todd's got a good website for you to check out. It has a gold... predictor models and all stats used on Google Golf Bet. To be honest, mate, send it me on Twitter and stuff. I'll have a look. But to be honest, I don't need it. If I'm being honest, because I know most of the shit anyway. Because I watch golf fucking religiously. It just went off because of it's just too hot. And milk goes off so fucking quick, by the way. Like, I had a drink of coffee the night before. And you know that I got up this morning in a daze, had a shower, got up, went in the kitchen, put my coffee pot in, pressed it, went back in to the bathroom, brushed my teeth, come back out, sat down with my glass of water for my medication, sat down, got my coffee, put my cup down, went to the fridge, turned round, still not 100% weight, poured it, put the milk back in the fridge because I had about a quarter bottle left. Put it back in, sat down, clicked the telly on, grabbed my water, took my medication, grabbed my coffee, just about to get it. Now, luckily, I've got cappuccino cups that are glass, that are clear. I literally picked it up and went like that, and only at the fucking last second did I actually notice, and I just managed to take my eyes off the TV, and you know when you put fucking... milk in and it's like thick globs of shit. I tell you now, if I'd have actually fucking drunk that, I think I'd have threw up. The trick is to keep the milk in a thermos with a slice of onion. It will never turn. That's a trick I've never heard of, Mr. Freeze. But if you put onion in milk, surely it's going to fucking take the flavour on and be horrible. No? Who have you gone for? Zach Johnson for the thing. I think I might have £2.50 on the European Tour each way and £2.50 on the PGA Tour. I've tried to do a bit of studying. Just a couple of things I want to look at. And I always look at I'll tell you now, the killer for betting on golf is twofold. You need to look at the course, the stats for the course, how long it is, how wide it is. You need to look at, and I'm going to give you a massive tip. A tip I always stick by. I've stopped doing it now, but I'll give you a tip. When if Brooks Koepka was in the play, if Brooks Koepka was in the thing, which I don't think he is, because I think in the last 7 years, the winner of the US Opens always took a week off. But I'll give you this big tip. If you just fancy an each way flutter on golf, always look at the previous winner of the tournament the week before. If that guy's playing the following week, he will 9 times out of 10 finish in the top 10. Betting each way on golf pays out on the top 5 usually, so it's a good bet. So always look at the previous winner. It's very, 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 very rare that a previous winner doesn't play well the next week in golf. Golf's a confidence game. When you're down, you're down. That's why players go on long streaks of winning fuck all. But you know what? If you study golf, you'll always see the same names near the top of the leaderboard because it's a confidence game. And they're all as good as each other. Only the real world top class are slightly better, but golf is the toughest sport in the fucking world. So golf does bite your arse now and again, but the statistics just never lie. Previous winners will always play well the next few tournaments. As for the European Tour, I'm not sure to. I might go for. I'll tell you who is due for a win on the European Tour, and I might pick him if he's playing tomorrow. What's his name? The Italian guy, the two brothers, Francesco and Molinari. I think I'm going to go stick my money on Molinari tomorrow for the European Tour if he's playing, because he's been in the top 10, 15 for a while and he's due for a win. So I might stick my money on Molinari. Although he had a shit US Open, didn't make the cut. Not a lot of fucking good players did make the cut. So yeah, I might go for Molinari in the Euro Tour tomorrow. And as for the American, I'm just going to do a bit more studying. You like onion in coffee? Are you taking the piss? Onion is such a foul flavour when it's not used in food cooking. It gets everywhere as well. Fucking everywhere. Oh shit. That's what used to happen a lot in Balderdash. It did. That's what used to happen in Balderdash. I think I'm going to have a bit of a break, actually, and a bit of a drink and shit. This game's still going. Can't believe I've got MLB, though. Can't wait. I'm going to have a blast at MLB tomorrow in the daytime. Cannot wait to see what that looks like. Because that is supposed to look like the bollocks. And it's 20 quid in the store on the sale. Jumped on it straight away. Yeah, but that's not going to take the flavour of the onion on, is it? Oh God, please cool down. Looking forward to the Necromancer in Diablo, I've got to say. Although, I'm going to be honest about Diablo. Getting a new character is brilliant. There's a few little extras that you get as well. Not a great deal. No, it's the what's it coffee that's the best coffee. That's that, and it's not. Is it not a skink into it or some shit like that? Some weird wild South American animal that's expensive coffee. So yeah, the Necromancer. I'm looking forward to it, and I'll more than likely stream the entire character, but it will just be even the new character you see. You're still playing the same story. And obviously with the 200 hours plus I've put in, maybe a little boring for me, but I'll still enjoy it because it's a new character. And I actually am looking forward to it a bit more than probably real die-hard Diablo players. Excuse me, because I didn't play Diablo 2. And that's where the Necromancer comes from. So I don't know anything about his powers, I don't know about anything about his backstory or anything, so the actual gameplay for me will be really cool. I will tell you the best way to cool down, and a doctor once told me this when I was in hospital, and this does work. And it's very good for young kids, by the way. If you really are suffering from heat, and I'm talking about old people and kids, but it'll work for you, you can test it yourself. Go and run the cold water tap and put your wrists under the cold water tap for 5 minutes. And it actually starts to hurt because obviously cold water is like, it really gets cold. Do it for 5 minutes because what it does, it cools your blood down in your veins, and it's obviously on the way down your hand and then back up. And if you just pour cold water on it, it sends the cooled blood all around your system, and it does work. It works immensely, actually. I was told that by a doctor in hospital one day when I was in hospital from fucking surgery in the middle of August. And that's a real nice fucking time to be had by all. Sat in a hospital bed with a pot on your leg from your ankle to your bollocks. Can't get out of bed, and it's like fucking 28 degrees outside. That's the coolest thing in the world. But yeah, put your wrists under cold water taps, both of them if you can. Yeah, but you do know if you actually eat cold things, it actually warms you up. You do know that, don't you? It's not an old wives' tale. It's a well-known fact that your body core temperature controls your temperature. That's why your mum always used to tell you, have a cup of tea in the summer, it will cool you down, and it actually does. Because if you have a warm drink, your core temperature raises just a bit, and your body's natural reaction is to then lower the core temperature to keep you alive. So what you do is you drink a hot drink to raise your core temperature ever so slightly, so your body shuts it down and cools you down, and you end up cooler than you was before you drunk the tea. Likewise, if you constantly keep drinking freezing cold stuff, that lowers your body core temperature, so then when you stop eating your ice cream or fucking eating ice or whatever, your body then wants to warm up. Science. I used to do biology at school many moons ago. So yeah, actually drink warm things if you want to cool down. And you may feel really shit for like 5 minutes. You might be sweating and thinking, why the fuck am I drinking coffee or this tea? But in about 10 or 15 minutes after, you'll feel fine. If you drink any liquid too much, you can die drinking too much water. I've never been unfortunate with Alexandra to have an operation at Christmas. I've had plenty, but it's never been close to Christmas, thank God. Although I've got to say, I mean, having an operation and being in hospital at Christmas wouldn't be such a... I mean, it'd be shit if you've got a very close-knit family, obviously, because Christmas is about families. But I think you could have a cool time in hospital at Christmas, I've got to say. I bet it wouldn't be shit. You get all the local football players coming round, don't you? Oh, I know what I've not done either. Fucking hell, people. This is my last bottle of water out the fridge. It's just said don't drink cold stuff. This is my last cold bottle, and all the other bottles were in the kitchen on the floor. And I said to myself, when you take the last bottle of water out, put some more in the fridge. I haven't fucking done it, have I? But I have put my bins out early today. Always have done, mister. I hate fucking summer. I've been saying it earlier in the stream. Much preferred cosy nights in, wrap yourself up, fire on, watching your telly, cosy. If you've got somebody with you, obviously it's way better. But you can't turn the fucking sunshine down. It's just oppressive. And like I've said, this fan in front of you, it's blowing warm air. You shouldn't actually have fans on, actually. It makes you warmer. Do you know that as well? Mate, you've got a thing about onions. No, I fucking wouldn't drink fizzy water for a start. Fizzy water's like the bane of all evil. When I was at the old house, we used to buy water to drink, obviously, when we went shopping. The missus always used to buy a case of fizzy water, and I used to buy normal still water, and that fizzy water is the rankest stuff ever. It's what Ricky drinks, and I just don't know how you can. It's like, oh God, it's just vile. Ugh. It is, it's the vilest thing on the planet. Yes, she did. That's a very true story. It was all over the papers. She actually died after. She didn't die at the event. She died at home. Because nobody could figure out why she dropped dead. Because she was a perfectly healthy 20-year-old woman, apparently, trying to win one for her kids when the height of the Wii, and you could never fucking find one anywhere for the first 6 months, if you remember. Yeah, she died when she got home for drinking too much water. And I think, actually, if I'm not mistaken, it was in America, and the people that organised the event got into serious fucking trouble as well. Like manslaughter charges and shit like that. But then again, what event would think of doing that and then not doing some fucking research, or not even knowing that drinking excessive amounts of water can kill you? Oh, what time is it? It's nearly 11 o'clock, I think, isn't it? Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 10:57 p.m.
It's nearly 11 o'clock. Would you rather bring Teresa, mate? Or would I, mate, you've got something about banging people tonight. You're lowering the tone. Or Jeanette? It was a radio station call. I think you're right, mate. They did it on the radio station, but she died when she got home. And they got in serious trouble. Although I think, if I remember rightly, because we had the story on, I don't think they got prosecuted. I don't think they got prosecuted. Which, in my opinion, they should have done. Because I think she was obviously she was a young mother of children, and she was just trying to do it for her kids. There was more than one at the time, Mr. Freeze, of that story. And I think there is one that did die. There was more than one story because the internet went stupid. Yeah, but I'm sure it said that it didn't help matters. I can't remember. I think it was some clever defence lawyer that pulled a lot of shit out. Oh, God. Well, I think I'm going to call it a night, guys, well, I say a bit early. I've been doing it for an hour and a half, but it's 11 o'clock, so I was a bit late. But might watch some TV, I think. Might do some studying for my golf bet for tomorrow. I might even go and have a cup of coffee, believe it or not. I might. And I might actually put the rest of Riviera on because I've not had a chance to get it. So yeah, I think I will. Anyway, guys, would highly recommend getting this game if you've not got it. It gets way better later on. You've just seen the... No, I'm studying the golf form for tomorrow's golf. Golf always starts on a Thursday. And I always have an each-way bet, as you guys know. I have one on the golf, so I need to study the form for the American tournament tomorrow night. Because I always study it at the very last minute because of the weather. The weather's important, the course conditions are important, and that's what I do. So like now I'll put the TV on, I'll grab a coffee, I'll get my iPad and I'll study the form on the golf, and I'll pick my person I'm going to bet with. So... Mr. Freeze, you're either a very young teenager that's very hormoned up, or you are lowering the tone because you're the only one doing it. Better tips on Twitter. Mate, I don't need Twitter tips to do that. I'm sorry, I've been winning loads in the last 4 months. In fact, when I first started back up doing it, because I used to do it when I was in my early 20s, and I stopped because I was married, and you know what women are like for moaning about betting money. When I started again, I actually started the tips things on Twitter because they're all over the place. Let me just tell you about the tipsters on Twitter, okay? The tips on Twitter are this, and don't ever think anything else because it's been proven. Alright, yeah, I'll always put my tips on Twitter, Mr. Free. Sorry, I was misinterpreting your thing. But you've all seen the tipsters on Twitter. Never ever go with them. Because when they're only there, they can never lose, you see, and they get paid, or they get a subscription amount from the companies like Bet365 and Sky Bet. Because whenever you go on their website to look at the tips, they'll always say, join Bet365 for a £200 bonus, join Sky for a bonus. They get a cut of all that. So it makes no difference to them whether they win or not. They could literally be sticking a pin in a piece of paper and it won't make no odds. I'm not saying they do that. I'm not saying there could be somebody there that's very knowledgeable and what have you. But seriously, don't ever swear by them at all. They win very, very rarely. What you'll notice about them, they win very rarely, and the very simple fact to find out, when they win, they're very chirpy. When they lose, they say fuck all. And that is it. So I'd just rather just fucking concentrate on my own tips, to be honest. So Mr. Freeze, if you keep putting lewd comments, you are going to get a yellow card and get banned for a while. I will always say though, Carl, never bet more than anything you can afford, mate. Let me tell you something, I'm going to give you the biggest tip ever about betting. Betting's a very dangerous game. My brother got into serious trouble when he was younger. I'll tell you a simple rule to follow. Okay? You can bet £1 if you wish. I think the minimum amount you can... Now, when you join Bet365 app, the minimum you can put on is £5. Okay, you can't put £1 on. You can put £5 on. So I'll say this to you, and I mean this seriously. If you can't get that £5 now and go and throw it on the fire or throw it away, never bet. Because I'll tell you this, the money that you bet with, always be prepared to lose it. And if you're a kind of person that will sit there looking at a bet, praying that it's going to win, because you need that money, you're in trouble. Time to stop. Only bet what you can afford. And betting is fun, if done in the correct way. Like I have a couple of quid every weekend on the football, because I like watching the football, knowing that my bets are on it, and it adds a little bit of spice and a bit of fun. If you win, it's a real good bonus. But never, ever, ever bet with money you cannot afford to lose. Simple as that. And you know when you see these silly idiots on TV and it says somebody's put £500,000 on this horse to win, there's a simple fact that you'll always not realise. That person can afford to lose that money. Always go with Bet365. I've got it on my phone. I've got it on my iPad. They offer the best odds. I like the software. It's really easy to use. Very beginner friendly. Just don't ever be taken in by any of the bollocks that they come and say, all this. Whenever you see this, bonus that, just ignore it. Just fucking don't bother. Just put your money on you want to bet with. Go to the football or click the golf, and all the people will come up, and it's really self-explanatory. It's not hard. Well, you're going to get banned when I pick my iPad out and actually look for my golf tips. Right then, boys, I am going to get off because I am actually going to make a cup of coffee, and I don't think I've had a coffee in about 3 days, but I'm going to. Well, instant coffee I am anyway. Right, I'm going to go. I'm going to be on tomorrow night. I've got about 3 or 4 games lined up to play for the stream for an hour. My granddad was a big better, so he has been drilled into me to properly won't gamble with me. You see, I don't bother with the horses. Very rarely do bother with the horses. I think the horse racing game's a bit dodgy to me. Always has been. There's too fucking much money involved at the top not to be dodgy. May well not be, but just my opinion. I don't like the horses. And plus you're betting on a fucking animal that can wake up one morning and don't give a shit. So that's me. Anyway, I'll drop my bets on Twitter probably. What day is it? I need to drop them on tonight actually because they start early in the morning. So, yeah. Everybody, don't forget to go and click like, guys, on the video. I hope you already should have done it, to be honest, because I did say it halfway through. Anyway, I'm going. I've said it 3 times. I am going until tomorrow, when I might stream baseball. I'm not sure. We shall see. Excuse me. Until tomorrow night, guys. Thanks. I'll be back tomorrow as usual, no doubt. So good night, boys and girls. Good night.